Hi guys, we will talk about business expansion, or in this case, in this particular case, it's about catchment area expansion. Okay, so the business expansion is a big concept in the sense that it can is to expand or to develop your business over the space. So it can mean that you can expand your service range from the current store. For example, this store, you can expand to the more a bigger catchment area. That's also called expansion. Or the other way is just to expand to the new market, meaning that you see that maybe the region first and the market later. So region meaning that if your business is on the north, and then you see, oh, maybe I will go south a little bit and see how, or in the west, and then you will see in the east. Okay, so this expansion is more is just to test your model if your model is scalable in all regions, and then no competitors in the regions, and then you can expand. But most of the time, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because uh, it depends on the regions. So in the customer, the certain customer, they in regions, they respond to the product differently, and also the competitor, the same thing. So let us talk about this. So the commercial concept is about to have more area or more market in this case, and then in computational the concept it is about space. So you have more space. Okay, so the first thing to computer space is about to expand and then to count the customer. That's the first thing and the most important thing for all the business activity, expansion activity. So you don't want to like expand to maybe 5 kilometers and then you cannot earn any other customer, then it doesn't make any sense at all. Or you don't want to build your open a business outlet in a ghost town in which you don't have any customer at all. So it doesn't make any sense for the business if they don't count, at least count the number of people, and then later the number of customers from mm, the business. And then in term of digital counting, or like before we go to the physical plus place to count the numbers, we need to do the estimate on the computer already, and then this in this video we will do that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here, I will remove the mm, uh, center here, and then I only focus on the how, or the shape in this. Okay, so uh, and then I want to expand. Of course, if in this case everybody is like very close to each other already, so if you expand, then most likely you will you have to face the overlapping regions. But I will expand anyway. So let us see how it works in this case. So by expanding like 1 km, we have to try different anyway. So like 5 km, 7 km. So we can use the buffering function here. You just you specify the km. For example, if I want to expand by 2 km, then that's all I need to do. And then we have the picture like this. Okay, so I suppose to include this one because I want to compare the before and the after. So this is assuming that we come to the first case, then the how is this in a circle, and then sorry, and then this buffering is the outer circle. So you have inner and outer. So if you expand more, let us assume that we only focus on the first case, which is CCK in this case, and just select one, the first row or the first store, in this case, and then we see how. Okay, so we have this inner, which is the how, and then this is outer. Okay, if you want to expand more, you can also have the one as as well. Based on this one, you can just copy the s- the space in here, and then you can expand more. So let us see, let us say like 4, and then in here. Okay, so this is the inner, which is the current stage, and then this one is expanded. If you want to view them all in the same picture, you can just join them all together. Okay, so in this case, we have something like this. So let me show you one trick, which is not to use the how in here, but instead we just remove them all. But then uh, I will use the distance in the distance here instead. Okay, so I will use distance here, which is 2, right? The radius, and then I change it to 2, and then I will change this one into the radius in kilometers. I do the same thing with in here, and then I change this one into 4, and then in here. So the last one I do to use the radius 0, which is I don't actually expand anything at all, and then we link them all together. Okay, and then we see how it goes in this case. Okay, so we have 0 to 4 in here. Let me check if I match everything to the radius or not. Okay, so in this case, I need to match the radius. Okay, so, and the last thing I need to do is just to sort them all together in the radius descending. Okay, so you can see here, I go from the original here to the 2, which is outer, and then to the 4, which is the most outer. Okay, so this one, if you want to, you can just merge them all together in the same place. So this one you can rename this one to how buffer, and then everybody will go to the same place. Let me show you how to do it. In here that I how buffer, and then they will be in the same column like this. Okay, so you see they are very uniform in the picture. Okay, and then now you can count the customer. So assuming that you have the customer, it's this, and this, and this, you will determine. So this one is decision making, right? So you will determine if I expand like by 2 km more, km more, I have more 10 customer, but then I expand by 4 km, I only have like 1 customer more, so it doesn't make sense for me to expand 4. So the next step will be to overlay the customer points in here, and then count the number of customer inside which the service range, and then mm, and then you will decide. Okay, so you can do the same exercise for all the shopping center as well, not only one, by just select all, and then you have this thing. Okay, so this one, and then CCK1, and then CCK2, and then CCK0. Okay, the same thing with Vision. So we have Vision 4 in here, and then Vision 2 in here, and then Vision 0 in here. Okay. So that, but then in this case, we have collision anyway. So, so we have to consider the even even when it run into the situation whereby when you try to expand in all the places, and then you run into a competition within yourself or the other guys. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing I need to share with you about this is the buffering function uh, on the inward side. So this one is outward, right? So let us go back to the case of one, uh, and then this one is the outward. So this one is the original, and then bigger, and then bigger. But then you cannot do smaller, okay? But then there is a trick to do that, to do smaller. Let me show you the trick. So the trick is you take away the inner part of the shape. So let me show you how I do it. So I only take the points uh, in here, and then after I take the point, it will look like this. So I take all the points in the region, and then now I rebuild the the region, but I rebuild by polygons. I don't use I build a line, okay, polyline, and then this one I have to use the center name in order to index. This one I have to use the sequence numbers. Okay, so what's the difference between those two? You can see here. So this region is empty inside. So this before you have the region here. Sorry, before you have the region with the filling color here, but this one is empty inside. So when you empty inside and you buffer, then it will buffer in both way. Okay, so let us do the exercise again. So I will do I will actually I can copy the whole thing from here. Actually, I want to copy the whole thing from here because I want to reuse the select tool here. Okay, and then because the how here is the name, so I just rename the how here, and then I think that's all. Hopefully, okay, there you go. And then you can see here this is the original with only one, and then this one is offset by 2. So from both sides, so this one -2 and this one +2, and then this one 4. So is this one is like from here to here is 4, and then from here to here is another 4. Okay, so is this trick help us compute all the offset from both sides. So inward also possible, and then outward also possible. And then if we can we do it for all regions? Let us check make sure that we have all regions. Okay, so there you go. So you have this one is the 4 for 4 and -4 for bedok, and then 2 -2 for bedok, and then this one is uh, 0 for bedok. Okay, so Bishan the same thing. So we also have Bishan 4 -4. Oh, sorry, Bishan 2 -2, and then Bishan 0. Okay, so this is the trick you need to remember if you want to it is a collapse. Normally, sometimes you have to collapse actually. If you actually it's not all the time you it is not good all the time to expand, because sometimes you have to expand more, and then you have to pay a lot of logistic or shipping cost away from your stores, and then it's not profitable. So sometimes you have to collapse. Sometimes you have to like free shipping within 2 km or free shipping within 1 km. So you have to use the logistic cost in order to determine the optimal range. So if you always want uh, you always want the more customer, but then when you offer the free shipping for more customer, then you will have to incur more costs, and then that's what you don't want. Okay, so in this case, I show you the both side, the upside, which is the expanding, and the downside, which is collapsing, to for you to answer the question, cost optimization question yourself.